What's cracking, my silly Desus? I'm Rido, and welcome back to another trip on the Rido roller coaster. So today I thought I would address all those otaku and weebs out there who are broke. And I've been in your position too. Not saying that I'm not broke now, but we've all been in that position where we want to buy all the otaku merch and we just can't afford it. If you look, I've got a new setup. I've got this beautiful figure display case out now here, so I can display my figures, which they're looking awesome. And so I thought I would talk about how can we, who don't have that much money, still get all the otaku gloriness and all the great stuff, because mangas, anime, figures, posters, anything your little weeb mind can think of, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. And so you want to try and get it as cheap as possible. So today I'm going to be telling you my tips of how to save money. This is going to be a continuation of the series we started probably about 2 years ago now, of the Otaku on Budget, when I reviewed things I bought in the month. And so this one's going to be a nice personal service for every weeb who's poor out there, and to see if they can save some money. So without further ado, let's get on to this Rido roller coaster and let's get started. So the first thing you need to talk about is manga. Manga is the staple of otakuhood, and I think it's the first thing everyone nearly buys. Everyone, if they're first starting collecting. I started out collecting manga first. My manga's kind of got out of control at the moment. I need some more shelves for my manga, but and I just bought new ones, so that's not good. And so I need to kind of cut down on my manga, just kind of getting the ones I really like. And so, but it's a staple, and it's the way most people get into collecting. Mangas are relatively cheap. Your average Shonen Jump manga volume in the UK, at least, is around £6.99. Other ones like Yen Press come up to £10. They're usually between 6 to 10, maybe 12 at most for your average manga volume. So it's not that expensive. So I say, sure, why don't I just buy it new? I'll just buy it in the shop. You could do, and I wouldn't take it against you. I've done that for a lot of series. For example, Assassination Classroom, I buy all of them brand new, because I just can't be bothered to get them second hand, because I just love that show so much. Other series which are coming out, when I got the Dr. Stone volumes from the shop when I first heard about this series, and I picked it up, and it's an awesome series. Yet to watch the anime yet, so I'm really excited to watch that, and then maybe I could do a review on the channel. But anyway, they are kind enough cheap, but you might want them cheaper. And certain volumes who are older are hard to come by from your average shop. So, and that's the problem with shops definitely in the UK. Obviously, your country might be a bit different, but they only usually sell in the shops popular stuff such as Attack on Titan, maybe One Piece, Naruto. Luckily enough, Assassination Classroom, Tokyo Ghoul, they're the main ones they have in smaller shops. Bigger shops, yes, they have a range, but they're mostly what's popular. The shonens, all the Shonen Jump series. You get a few more obscure ones, but they're mostly things everyone's heard of. So you won't get those older gems and things you like brand new. It's possible if you find them online you can get them new, but in store you're not going to find it. So my tip for you guys is look secondhand. And you could say, whoa, Mr. Rido here, we need to support the creators and buy it new. And while, yes, I will agree, a lot of I do because you want to support the creation and the whole industry and help it as much as possible. But they pay too. And also it's good because you're sharing and you'll save a lot of money. I just want to point to my Negimas over here. I got about 13 mangas for about £10 on eBay. Some of them are not in the best condition, but if you're not too worried about best condition, you can get a lot of mangas for cheap. I've got these Gone ones down here, 1 to 7, and I paid, what, about £5 for them, and they're in phenomenal condition. And Haruhi up there, £10 for 4 volumes. You can get some really good bargains if you look on eBay. And I'm not saying eBay, another shop, I don't know about your country, but there's this shop I use where it has all pre-owned animes, TV, books, and everything. And it's an online shop. I've never had a bad volume from there. They're always in really good condition, so I haven't got a problem with them, and they're really cheap. You can get some volumes on there for about £1.50, which is also really good. And we'll come back to the shop when we talk about other certain merch, and you'll probably be knowing what I'll be referring to there. And so yeah, look around, look on eBay, look in your local charity shops in the UK. They're a big part of culture in the UK, but you're gonna find something one day. And always keep an eye on it. Have a look around. Browse the internet for best prices. Look around is what I would tell you. Just don't just go and barge in. Then you can get more for your money, and it's always better. So the second tip I've got for you guys is for anime. Now, I did say I'd be referring to that shop again, so we're going to go ahead and say it again. Second hand for anime, it's near enough the same for manga. Anime is a lot more expensive depending on what you want. So you've got two choices when you want your anime. You've got the DVD and the Blu-ray. So a DVD is half the price of a Blu-ray, which is good, but from a collector's and a merch, I prefer to get Blu-rays, and Blu-rays can be really expensive. Second-hand DVD stores, which you should always go and have a look. There's one I always go to, and you can get some DVDs for anime DVDs for 50p, and some Blu-rays £3 or £4. You can really get a nice collection going, and some series you think, wow, this is £50, and you'll look, say, for example, the Assassination Classroom Blu-ray kind of retails around £50. If you're lucky enough, you can find it around £20 second hand. So, as again, always look around, just see what's about, and eBay again. eBay is your friend in all this. eBay will help. Sometimes you'll have sellers who sell Blu-rays ridiculously cheap, and that's the other thing I will say. Are you okay with just having a DVD, or do you want a Blu-ray? I personally want the Blu-ray. I do buy DVDs as well, depending what the show is. And because not all of them are on Blu-ray either, so a lot of them are. It's like my Evangelions. I've got a copy of the set of Evangelion, but on DVD, never came to Blu-ray. So, due to licensing. So yeah, it's certain DVDs you can't get on Blu-ray. And if you really like that series, just get the DVD. That's what I tell you. Just get it. Just have a look around. Don't be afraid to buy second-hand discs, because sometimes they are really good condition and you wouldn't tell. You just have to have a look and ask yourself, do I want this for collectibles' sake, or am I just wanting this for merch and to watch? That's the question you should be asking when you're always buying merch. What is the reason you're buying this merch for? Is this getting a bit philosophical? But anyway, now my third thing I'm going to talk about, figures. I think you need to talk about figures. Really important. Figures are sometimes ridiculously priced, and I say something like £200. I'm like, I can't afford that. Really, unfortunately, I just can't afford it. So I look at a series and I just say, I really want this anime figure, and it's just too much, and it's too much, but you just want it. So what are we going to do about this? How can we get Otaku on budget again? Well, look at sites. Look at the retail price. A good site in the UK is Anime UK or something. I think it's changed its name now to something. But, well, I always get from them. They're official retailer, and you can get some deals. They're brand new, and some good details, and they're complete official, so you know what you're getting. So that's all fine and good. So I've bought some nice figures, like I've got this Nero figure I bought from there, some other SAO figures I bought, and they're really good, always reliable, and just such a good service, packaged really well. So obviously you in a different country you might have something like this. Well, if you do, have a look on there. Then we're going to go back to the best friend, eBay. eBay is also, again, for figures, amazing, but terrible. You need to know what you're looking for, and you need to be careful. eBay have a lot of fakes on there, and they'll say they won't list them as fakes. A big tip is, if you're not sure, and if it doesn't say, message. Always message from on eBay. See, is it fake? And something to say, yes, this is fake, and you wouldn't have known otherwise. So, also that's another thing. Do you mind getting fakes? Because if you don't mind getting fakes, figures can be a lot better price, but then the quality dips quite heavily sometimes. So it's really up to you. Are you willing to take that risk? I started buying fakes from Wish. I got about one. Then I started getting official figures. But it's a good place to start, I will say, if you want some cheap figures. But I think there's some awful quality ones out there. So, but you can equally buy some really cheap figures cheaper, and they'll be official. So what more do you want? And eBay, again, I've bought some of my awesome figures from here. Some Evangelion ones I've got were really cheap, about £6-7, plus postage, and complete boxed. Box is sometimes a bit battered, but the figure is in great condition. Also on eBay, you've got some sellers who have figures which never been opened. The box is a bit battered, but if you don't mind a box being battered, absolutely fine. Look around again, and you can find some absolute bargains. I've had figures in the past. One of my favourites ones is my Neptunia figure. Awesome figure. I got this off someone selling it on Facebook, and I paid about £15 for it, and I hadn't looked back. Awesome figure. Just look around. Don't always buy brand new. You can find some real good bargains. Don't be obsessed with buying new. Think, will you accept second hand? If you will accept second hand and you think it's good quality, go for it. I always recommend, if there's a figure, I always look around, look at different prices, the difference between a new price and a second hand price. Is it willing to take the risk? Do you want second hand or new? Do you want the box? Or do you want the boxing to be absolute best condition? Do you want the figure to be in sublime condition? These are all questions you should be asking yourself when buying anime merch. I hope this video can help some young otakus, or old, no discrimination here, but you can kind of be an otaku, get all the cool merch, and not spend so much. And that's kind of my point here. Being an anime fan doesn't have to be expensive. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. And that is up to you. So, if you did enjoy this video and you've got any comments or any tips you have for saving money on anime merch, let us down in the comments below. I really do appreciate it. Share it with your fellow otakus. And if you did like this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. I really do appreciate it. As again, thank you for the 100 subs. Best awesome day. And I'll hope to see you guys in the next trip on the Rido roller coaster. So see you guys. Rido out.